Hey everyone, and welcome. Today, we are going to build the ultimate toolkit to make your reviews absolutely pop. We're going to arm you with a kind of words that let you describe, evaluate, and critique with total confidence. So, let's dive right in. So, does this sound familiar? You have a truly amazing or, a completely terrible experience. But when you go to write about it, you just fall back on the same old words. It was good. It was bad. Well, today we're moving past that. We're going to elevate your writing from simple to, to sophisticated. All right, so our reviewer's journey kicks off with setting the scene. Because really, the first step in any great review is capturing the atmosphere of a place or the energy of an event. Let's start building our vocabulary for that right now. You see, words like these, they just instantly paint a picture, right? A town isn't just nice. It could be a historic, picturesque city center or a wonderfully tranquil village. And a bad experience isn't just one thing. I mean, was the venue a bit outdated and in need of a refresh? Or was it truly derelict and literally falling apart? It's all about being precise. See? Here's how that works in practice. When you combine words like majestic, welcoming, and picturesque, you create such a rich, inviting image. The reader can practically feel themselves walking down those exact streets. And for the critique, this example is just as laser-focused. The problem isn't some vague feeling. It was over-commercialized, unwelcoming, noisy, and overcrowded. Your reader knows exactly what to avoid. That's a helpful review. Okay, let's switch gears and see how this works for events. The same idea applies. A concert could be absolutely thrilling and energetic, while a festival might be totally memorable. On the other hand, was that exhibition just plain boring? Or was it actually overpriced for what you got? Or maybe just completely chaotic? These words get right to the heart of the experience. And here's that positive vocabulary in action. Notice how well-organized speaks to the logistics, the nuts and bolts, while inspiring and energetic describe the feeling. It's a really comprehensive piece of praise that covers both the how and the why of a great event. And when things go wrong, words like chaotic and poorly organized give concrete reasons for why it was a bad experience. It's so much more helpful than just saying, I didn't like it, and it perfectly explains why the whole evening ended up being disappointing and ultimately forgettable. All right, after that event, let's grab a bite to eat. Reviewing food, well, that's a sensory experience, right? So our language needs to match it. It is definitely time to add some real flavor to our words. So let's break down a meal, shall we? For taste, was the dish incredibly flavorful, or was it just bland? Or hey, maybe it was just over-seasoned, which can ruin an otherwise good idea. For preparation, was it freshly prepared and wholesome, or was it kind of greasy and stale? And for that overall quality, you can go from truly delectable and exquisite, all the way down to just plain unpalatable. Oh, wow. Doesn't that just make your mouth water? Using words like exquisite, aromatic, and flavorful, and then noting that the ingredients are wholesome, it just transports the reader right to the table. It's such a powerful way to recommend a great meal. Now this is what helpful, constructive criticism for food looks like. It's direct and it's super specific. Unpalatable, overcooked, bland, greasy, stale. These words leave absolutely no doubt about what went wrong with that meal. Okay, our reviewer's journey is almost at an end. We're back home, we're gonna unbox a new product, and then we'll settle in with a film. So let's find the perfect vocabulary for these two very different experiences. When we're reviewing a product, we're really just answering a few key questions for the reader. Is it actually innovative? Is it durable and reliable enough to last? And just as important, is it user-friendly and affordable? These are the things that really, really matter to someone before they buy. See what I mean? Look how effective that is. It hits all the key selling points: innovative, affordable, durable, and user-friendly. In just one sentence, the reader knows exactly why this gadget is worth their hard-earned money. And you know what? A negative review can be even more helpful. Warning someone that a product is overpriced for what it does, or that it's outdated and inefficient, or that it's fragile and complicated, that's a huge service to other shoppers. And last but not least, let's talk about movies. Here, it's all about the story, the performances, and the visuals. A great film might be gripping and suspenseful with an imaginative and captivating plot. A disappointing one, though? Well, it could be totally predictable with a dull, weak storyline. Or maybe it was just way too overdramatic and poorly acted. Now that is what a 5-star review sounds like. It wasn't just good, it was compelling in its story, it was well acted by its cast, and it was visually stunning. That combination is what makes a film stick with you. On the flip side, a great review can pinpoint exactly where a film went wrong. In this case, the pacing was slow, the plot was predictable and lacking depth, and the acting was poor. The reader knows exactly why they might want to skip this one. So there you have it. We've built a pretty powerful toolkit for places, events, food, products, and films. But, having the tools is one thing, mastering them is something else entirely. So let's talk about practice. Okay, here is a super simple plan to make these words your own, because you don't have to learn them all at once. Just pick one category, let's say food, choose 2 positive words and 2 negative words, and then just write a practice sentence for each. That active use, that's what makes them stick. And honestly, this is the most important takeaway. Reading these words is great, but using them is what turns this vocabulary list into a real skill that you actually have. Practice is everything. You are now officially equipped with the vocabulary to write reviews that are precise, descriptive, and genuinely helpful. So the only question left is, with this new toolkit in hand, what are you going to review first? Thanks for joining me.